Hey there! In today's video, we'll be flying from Dublin to Los Angeles aboard an Aer Lingus A330-300 in economy class. In this video, I will show you what to expect from an economy class seat, the amenities provided during the flight, and the new international terminal at LAX. We begin our journey here in Terminal 2 at the Dublin International Airport. We passed through security easily, and now we're in the main shopping and dining area of Terminal 2. We attempted to use the Priority Pass lounge, but the wait was longer than we had time for, so we opted to grab one last Guinness at a restaurant. If you are traveling with children, there are a few small play areas scattered throughout the two terminals. We decided to walk to Terminal 1 through this very cool hallway to let our toddler burn off some extra energy before the 11-hour flight to Los Angeles. A perk of flying from Dublin to the United States is that this airport is home to a Preclearance facility. This means you'll clear United States immigration and customs before boarding your flight, and when you arrive in the US, your flight is treated like a domestic flight. This does mean you need to plan a little more time at the airport and make sure you eat before heading through immigration, as the options after are not great, and you cannot leave the area. We all have global entry and we were through in minutes, but the lines for non-US citizens could be long, so I advise using the app Mobile Passport to help speed up the process. Today we'll be flying on an A330-300, which is the largest plane in the Aer Lingus fleet, and in the tradition of naming its planes after Irish saints, has the nickname of Saint Carthage. This plane has a layout of 2-4-2 in economy, which is great if you're traveling with one other person or a family of 4. We booked one of the only rows of 3 in the back of the plane, but this flight was not full and the friendly flight crew let us move to an empty row of 4, which was such a help with our toddler. Each seat had a pillow and blanket laid waiting for us, and I really liked the color scheme they chose for the cabin. The seat pitch is the same as most carriers flying across the Atlantic at 31 inches. Legroom is not that great for someone like me who's 6'4" or 1.9 meters, but the seat design allowed my knees to not be completely smashed. The tray table is a bifold design and fit over my thighs barely. If you're shorter, it does pull closer to you. The IFE screen had a headphone jack and a USB-A port. The screen size was adequate for economy. Above there are personal reading lights and air vents as is tradition. Below the seats were universal power plugs. We had a Wi-Fi pass and the speeds were adequate to send text, browse Reddit, and track our flight on Flight Radar 24. The cabin lighting was calming and the crew quickly passed out drinks and snacks shortly after takeoff. I chose to go with the ginger ale and vodka and I was not charged. I don't know if this was a gift or they were too busy and didn't remember to come back to charge me. To go with your drink, they passed out sour cream and chive pretzels, which are actually pretty good. Soon after the beverage service, we were served our main meal, which I chose to go with the chicken curry dish. It came with rice, a chickpea cold salad, chocolate mousse, and they served the bread with Kerrygold, which is one of my favorite butters. The food actually wasn't that bad for economy class. After the meal was cleared, the lights were dimmed as we crossed the Atlantic. Time to stretch our legs a little bit and check out the lavatory. It was pretty spacious and actually very clean. It also has a large changing table, which is much appreciated. After many hours entertaining our toddler, we approached the western part of the US and were served a hot snack. This was some sort of bread stuffed with chicken. It wasn't good, nor was it bad. We made our approach directly into LAX and touched down without any incident. Again, we won't have to clear customs or immigration here at LAX, as we already had to do that in Dublin. I noticed our gate number put us at the new satellite gates of the Tom Bradley International Terminal at LAX. This is my first time in this terminal, and I was interested to see what it looked like and how long the walk was actually going to be to the main terminal. The new terminal looks a lot like the main international terminal, which is a good thing. Both are very modern and built to handle a lot of passengers. This satellite terminal is connected to the main terminal via an underground walkway, which has elevators and electric carts to help those who might be using a mobility device or don't want to walk the 1,000 feet through the tunnel. If you are looking to stretch your legs after the flight, there are moving walkways to help speed up the trip. Overall, this flight with Aer Lingus was as good as flying in long-haul economy could be. The flight crew were extremely kind, the food was edible, and the seats weren't too cramped. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm off to wait for the flyway bus.